I'm just so excited to be able to bring it to you in just a moment. I'm going to take this break, and then when we come back, we're going to check out our dear brother Byron Langino and his wonderful book. Back in just a moment.
$1 trillion a year. The black community spends $1.2 trillion a year, but only 2% of that spending actually is spent in our community. So I ask people, imagine a country, $1.2 trillion is bigger than some countries in the world. So imagine a country that had a GDP of $1.2 trillion and only spent 2% of it in their country and the other 98% somewhere else. You would know that that is going to be a poor country. The reality is that our community is building wealth in other communities and not amongst ourselves. If that 2% that we spent in our community moved to even 10%, we would create 1 million jobs in the black community. That's something we would do on our own, with our own dollars. So the idea here is not just to bank black, but to buy black, to be black, to support the black community. Black dollars circulate in our community for only 6 hours. Like somebody gets paid, they go get a haircut, and then they go to another community and spend the rest of their money. 6 hours. The Asian American community, their dollars circulate in their community for 28 days. Not 28 hours compared to our 6 hours. 28 days. The Jewish community, 19 days. So we're taking our dollars and not circulating it amongst ourselves. But if we do that, that's how we build wealth. This is really the beginning. This is the tip of the iceberg. This is to increase our awareness, to increase our children's awareness of the power of our dollars. We have to be purposeful in terms of how we spend our money, how we save our money, what we do with our money. And so to say to the community, put $100 in One United Bank, put $100 in the black-owned bank, go to OneUnited.com and put $100 in the bank. First of all, it's still your $100. You didn't lose anything. You still have $100 in the bank. In fact, the interest we pay is higher than what you're getting at Bank of America. And you can do online banking and bill pay and all those kinds of things the same as you can do with Bank of America. As Reverend Willis said, our ice is just as cold. But the key is not just the dollars that you put in One United Bank. It's the change of mind. This is a mind share issue. This is increasing our mind, the power of what we think about the power of our dollars.
All right, wonderful segment with the sister. She's the president of the One United Bank and she was speaking to some folks at a lecture, and she was explaining to them about the black dollar and how the black dollar does not circulate in the black community. And again, what am I ashamed that is? What am I ashamed that is? That here we're having these issues um, with the black dollar not circulating in our community, and his sister is trying her best to really get the message out on the importance of the black dollar in our community. So shout out to the president of the One United Bank, and she was trying to get people to begin to spend their dollars in that black bank, and but buy black, not just go out there and put it in the bank, but buy black. And there's some wonderful things that we're doing. I can't talk about it right now, man. In the Metro Atlanta area, I'm along with 5 other business people, and we're doing something mighty. We call the mighty move of God. It's something that we've been putting together, and that's why I have not been doing any shows as of lately, because we are really galvanized and putting our money where our mouth is, and we're about to launch some wonderful things in the near future, as well as the Holy Spirit Radio Show going to be, it's going to be podcasts, but also it's going to be a Holy Spirit network with internet and also television as well in the up and coming summer. So be on the lookout for that. And also this wonderful shirt that I'm wearing called Family Matters. It's a wonderful campaign that we're doing. The shirts are only $20. They only come in black as of now, and we urge you guys to purchase a shirt. You can do so by contacting me in the through my Facebook page, through the BHB Ministries Holy Spirit Radio Facebook page. You can message me, and I can send you the information so you can pick up one of these wonderful shirts, man. Because it's about community, man. It's about oneness. It's about us galvanizing together and working together as a family. But to rebuilding these communities is where we have to begin, but also with a healing and a reconciliation among ourselves as a people of God. All right, the hour has come, and this wonderful brother, again, I met him sometime last year at a conference, a wonderful brother, and when I met him, our spirits instantly connected. And I was so humbled that he had written a wonderful book titled 5 Ways to Succeed with a let me say it right, with the right perspective. I'm sorry. 5 Ways to Succeed with the Right Perspective. A wonderful book. It's an easy read book, very powerful book that I read it in one setting, and I was moved every word, every chapter. Only 5 chapters, people. And I think this book ought to be something you keep in your library or in your car, but also on you. I mean, you can easily carry it with you wherever you go. And such a wonderful detailed information of how we can begin to change the way we think, the way we see things, the way we hear things, but how we activate those powers that be to be able to galvanize in all the things that God has given us to bring to the universe. We can begin to do that on one accord. So without further ado, I want to introduce my dear brother Byron Langino. Byron, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, how you doing, Gary? First of all, let me thank you for inviting me on to the show to express, how I feel. And yes,
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. You kind of faded out. I'm sorry.
Okay. I said, I'm glad that you introduced me to the show so I can be, so I can relate to my people and speak a word of encouragement to them,
Amen.
and let them know that it's a better way in life.
Right.
You don't have to settle for mediocrity. You don't have to settle for being second best, because God is the kind of God that He wants you to have the best as you being His child.
Exactly. Amen. Amen. So Byron, go ahead and tell our listeners where you're from, brother.
Okay, I am from the ATL, homegrown. How they say it, Grady baby.
Yeah.
I'm a Grady baby.
All right.
And a little something about myself. I grew up, inner city Atlanta, and my dad, he was a painter, and my mom was a stay-at-home mom. And I come from the old school. See, a lot of young cats don't know about that. My parents had 14 children together.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I come from a big family, and I'm the baby. So the baby boy, he always is the one that oh, you ain't nothing but the baby brother.
Right.
And what that did in my life was made me want to reach higher in my life to achieve goals. So that's one of the reasons I wrote my book.
Wonderful, brother. Wonderful, wonderful. And what was some of your fondest memories as a child growing up with 12, 11 siblings?
Man, to be truthful with you, it was awesome. Especially when I played sports. That's what made me so competitive to this day. The sports playing, I played football. I always played the leader role. I always played the quarterback or the pitcher.
Right. Okay.
I always was, as you want to say, if you will, in command.
Right.
So that did something to my psyche by me being an athlete.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. So while growing up, did you have a strong support group from your family?
My family supported me, especially my mom and my dad.
Okay.
My mom, she always would call me the good son. You're a good son. You're a good boy. You're a good son.
Okay.
So that kind of like stuck with me. And my dad, he was just so supportive because I started off reading my Bible and doing things in God at a young age, like 13 or 14 years old.
Right. Right.
So my dad, he always pushed me and told me things like, "Oh man, you're doing good." And in fact, what it did in my life was it had my dad to come to Christ through me.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So who inspired you most growing up as a teenager? Was it, like, say, an athlete? Was it a parent or a celebrity? Or who inspired you growing up as a teenager?
Man, I'm gonna tell you who I used to love to look at. I love to look at Michael Jordan.
Okay.
That guy, I really looked up to that guy when I was younger. And to this day, it is no one who did what he's done. As an athlete.
Right,
and
right.
I always looked up to Michael Jordan because of his greatness on the court. He know what he was good at.
Right.
He know what he was great at.
Right. And I tell you something else, brother. He had the focus and he had the vision.
Yes, sir.
But also he had the plan to put that thing in action each and every time he stepped on the court. I certainly agree with you on that one. So what inspires you today? I mean, what drives you to wake up every morning?
Well, at this point in time in my life, I'm 35 now, and I've been an entrepreneur for the last 8 years. It'll be 8 years in September.
Okay.
And I've seen ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. But through my up times, I embrace them as well as my down time. And what inspires me to achieve things in life is I have a drive and I have a vision, just like you spoke.
Right.
If you don't have a dream in your life, then what will happen is you will eventually fade away. The Bible says that where there is no vision, the people will perish.
All right. All right.
So when you don't have a vision in your life, you are lifeless.
Amen. So so tell us how your book was first created out of a thought.
Well, to be honest with you, I thank God, and I know, I know God dealt with me about that,
Okay.
about having a vision to write a book. I had a vision of writing a book, and when I seen it, I was like, wow, I'm gonna write books. And it kind of like threw me off. Wow, because I didn't see that. And God never tells us what we're gonna face in the present time. He gives us our future, so we'll be future minded, so we'll press towards.
Right.
And I never thought I would write a book to this day. And a lot of the things that I'm doing as far as my coaching, my speaking, and my writing, I had no vision of these things, and out of the blue, or should I say, it didn't just happen; it happened just.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's me in a nutshell.
Right. Right. Wonderful. So I'm looking at chapter 1. Let's talk about the mindset and what precisely is that, and how can one obtain the right mindset?
Well, first of all, you have to have your mind focused in on anything, because if you don't give your mind good to focus on, you will focus on bad.
Okay.
And your mind absorbs whatever you give it.
Okay.
If you're reading books of self-development, you're reading the Bible, you're reading whatever book you read for your spirituality, and you absorb the positivity of it, eventually what will happen is it will change your mind into going towards what you need to go towards in your life. That's how you change your mindset from negative to positive, by putting the right things inside of it.
Right. Brings me to that scripture in Philippians chapter 4, verse 8, when it says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. So you got to have what you're saying. You got to have that right mindset.
That's right.
And you got to have
right.
a positive mindset, and thinking
That's
of
right.
things that are pleasant, admirable, lovely, true,
Absolutely.
noble. Yeah, that's wonderful, brother. That's wonderful. So in Habakkuk chapter 2, I think verse 2, it talks about writing the vision, make it plain. So give us an insight on how to channel the right energy to have a tunnel vision focus.
Well, like you said in the book of Habakkuk, it speaks of, the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain.
Mm-hmm.
God is a writer. He wrote the 10 Commandments. He had his prophets to write down the Bible so we can follow what God tells us to follow while we're on earth.
Amen.
So when you write down your vision, what you are doing is you are setting in motion what you want to happen for the future. The Bible said, though it tarry, it still will come to pass.
Oh, there you go.
See,
yeah.
Though it tarry, it still will come to pass.
Yes.
And that comes with patience, it comes with endurance, and it comes with persistence.
Wow.
You have to persevere when it comes to a vision, because it won't normally just come and pop up in your face. It's gonna take some hard work, and it's gonna take some dedication. So you write it down so you can see that and put it in your face. Put that in your face.
Okay.
Your vision, put it in your face. You get up in the morning, look at it. I'm gonna get that. I gotta have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, yeah, that's how you gotta be towards your life and your goals. And yeah, I'm here. I'm a living witness. I have the book to talk about it today.
You do. You have the book. So would you say that one must have a written plan in order to achieve the final goals?
The reason you want to write down the plan, because the plan is even more powerful than the anointing. The reason I say the plan is more powerful than the anointing is because without, you can have an anointing and not have a plan, and you won't have a roadmap to where you want to go to.
Right.
So you always need to write down what you're gonna do in your life before you see it. It's a study that said that 3% of the people that's in America, they write down their goals, and they got most of the wealth.
And that's something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's something.
And yeah, and the thing is, if you want to be like the few people, you have to do something different.
Mm.
So your goals, writing them down and seeing goals is very, very critical.
All right. So speak your success. But I like to say speak life, or speak it into existence.
Right.
Tell us about chapter 4 on speaking your success.
When you speak your success, the Bible says that God Himself spoke words into existence. It says that God, with His wisdom, He spoke the world into existence. The Bible says that we know that the world was formed by words. So if you want to create anything in your life by you having God inside of you, and you being a man or woman of God,
yes,
the God inside of you will create when you speak. I will have this business.
Right.
I will have this book. I will have these things. And when you speak that, those are faith words. That's more than positivity.
Exactly.
So it's a difference. When you speak in the right words of faith, then it becomes a reality in your life. And nothing can stop you when you have God on your side and you believe in yourself.
Amen. Amen. That's awesome, brother. So,
thank you.
So, okay, say we got the right mindset with a renewed mind. God gave us the assignment and a vision. We've gotten clarity, and now we've written it down, and we're organizing the right plan, the right strategy. So finally, we are ready to put things into action. So this one, chapter 5, this one is so crucial because a great game plan is nothing without a proper execution or plan of action.
That's right.
And with this one, it really moved me because many lectures I've been to, and near the end of the lecture, they always say that the people can go get fired up, they be all amped up and so on and so forth. They'll buy the book, buy the CD or DVD or whatever they got to get, and they're so amped up and got the t-shirt on. But when it's finally time to put the plan into action, that's when everybody bow out. Because they're worried about, I got a family, I can't afford it, or I don't have the time. My kids got, they got soccer practice, or this is gonna take up too much of my time, or it's not working the way I thought it would initially, and so many excuses of not putting their faith into action. What is a good way to put these things into action? But not just to start, because a lot of folks first of the year, what they say, they're gonna lose weight. They join the gym, they run, they exercising, Taebo, you name it, Pilates, all that. After 3 weeks or 2 weeks, it's a wrap. What can you give our listeners the best advice for them to continue to run their race, regardless of what they're seeing? Because when you're working out, you're not going to see results for maybe a month.
Yes,
You know, you might lose 3 pounds, gain 5 pounds, but you can't quit because
right.
because in the book 5 Ways to Succeed in the Right Perspective, it gives you the whole setup of how, even though things ain't gonna always look grand on those days when you in what I call the process. When you're in the process, that's when everybody quit because they want the end result. They don't want the work. Oh no, that's too much.
Right.
Just give me the beginning, the feel good story on how I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, and then just give me the ending. Now the middle part, I don't want no part of that. That takes work. What can you leave these listeners with to assure them that if they run their race and if they keep the faith, that in the end they will have the victory?
Well, nothing is guaranteed in life. You don't have guarantees in life.
Amen.
The only guarantee you have is that you're gonna live and you're gonna die.
Yeah, amen.
They're the only two guarantees you have. But you have to be hopeful enough, and you have to be hopeful enough, and you have to have within yourself the drive. You need drive. That's what it all comes down to when you talk about action. You gotta have a drive to go and do it. Because nobody's gonna put a gun in your head and say, "Hey, get up in the morning. You want to go out there and make a lot of money? Go and do it."
Right.
Nobody's gonna hit you upside the head and say, "Hey, write that book." And we understand that as men and women, we understand that, and I'm sure your listeners they can attest. Everybody have their struggles, but to be good and to be great is two different things, because you can be good and not be great. Like you said, in the middle of the process, that's where you are made.
Right.
We're gonna see what you're made of in the process.
Right.
Because God don't put you in the forefront until He puts you in the fire. So if you haven't got to where you want to be in your life, your future's so big you can't get there yet. It takes a process. It takes action. Getting in books, reading, listening to tapes, going to seminars, learning, getting around people who know more than you. That's how you become great. That's how you get to another level in your life. It doesn't come overnight. If anybody told you it comes overnight, then they lied to you.
Right.
It took me 6.5 years to write this book. So I've been through the process of learning how the ropes roll. And if you don't have action in your life, I'm like you said, Mr. Gary, just do it. Those are the most simplest words that I can put to your mindset today. If you haven't written your book, I can help you do that. If you haven't got your mindset right in your life, you need to start today. Everything in your life will have one simple magic word, and it's simple as that. It's called action.
Amen. I heard I was on Facebook earlier, and I saw this wonderful clip from brother T.D. Jakes, and he was preaching about how folks ought to be thankful for the things that did not come to fruition in their lives, and he told a good analogy about how he was in I think textile or something, or painting or something, some industry, I forgot what it was, and he said he was really, really good at it, and him and his partner they were like top sellers, but at the end of the day the company went bankrupt, and he said he understood later on why it went bankrupt, because had he been a success in that industry, that's where he would be today, and that God had to fail him in order to move him to where his purpose was. So he was telling folks to thank God that you didn't get that promotion on that job that you was dying to have, and thank God that you didn't marry that particular person, because God had a greater calling for your life.
Right.
and for your purpose.
Right.
So the fact that you said initially that nothing's promised to us should be understood.
Right.
But also has to be understood is when you're moving in your purpose or you're walking in your purpose, that God's gonna step in. He's gonna bring that thing into fruition. And the fact that TJ understood that wasn't his purpose in life, to be a great salesman. His purpose was to preach the gospel.
Amen.
And to go out amongst God's people and be a healer and a deliverer. And he understands that, and he thank God for that. So somebody out there this evening or this afternoon, you may be wondering what your purpose is. And as Byron said earlier, in the beginning, he didn't plan on being no author. Wasn't thinking nothing about being an author. But that was his purpose that God had placed him in. And I'm sure he's had other things that he wanted to do that did not come to fruition, because God had a greater plan for his life. My grandma used to say, "Let him use you, baby. Let him use you." And so often we see fame, fortune, dollar signs, that instead of allowing God to use us, we allowing our flesh to use us to get in that realm of worldly living. What I'm trying to say. And what you have done, brother, is you have answered the call, and you put this thing into action, and now it's in the physical, that people can go out now and have something in their hand to have understanding and guide them to whatever it is God has called them to do. Please tell us how we can get this information from you, get the book, and how they can obtain the book, or how people can contact you.
Well, if you want to get the book, you can go. I'm on Amazon. It's 5 ways. The name of the book is 5 Ways to Succeed with the Right Perspective. And also, you can reach me. You can reach me via Facebook, Byron Longino. And also, you can reach me at my email, byronlongino@hotmail.com. And that's how I can be reached.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Any final words you'd like to leave with our listeners?
Well, I just want to say this: if you got anything that's on your mind and in your heart that you want to do in your life, don't let people talk you out of it. Don't let people talk you out of it. Don't let nobody talk you out of what you want to do in your life. Because at the end of the day, when you old and gray, you'll look back and say, I don't let nobody talk me out my dream. I live my life to the fullest. And that's what you want to do. You want to be an old man or an older woman that had no regrets in life, and you jumped out there with your parachute on.
Hey, man, you say jump out there with your parachute on, huh?
Yeah.
All right, now. All right. Well, listen, I want to thank you, brother, for coming on and really sharing the wonderful book. Again, guys, you can get the book through Amazon, 5 Ways to Succeed with the Right Perspective, author and motivational speaker, Byron Longino. Again, brother, we want to thank you, and God bless you. And we're going to invite you on again, brother, to really share some more insight on how we can really turn this thing around for the people of God.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, thank you, brother, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, have a good one.
You too, brother. All right, y'all. That was Byron Longino, wonderful author, motivational speaker, wonderful brother. I urge you all to get that book. I'm telling you, you can take this book. You can take this book, and you can read this book on the train. Probably about a 15, 20-minute read, if that. He made it plain, wrote it down, very, very, very simple. That you can take this book and read it. You can read the book in Atlanta traffic, sitting in traffic. You can read the whole book. So amazing. But what a wonderful, wonderful message that he left us. And I urge you guys really to go ahead and check that book out, man. I mean, I'm so proud of this brother, man, for all that he's done, what he's doing in the kingdom of God, man. I really am. I want to read this other article for you, and I'm trying to find it, but I'm having trouble finding it. But here it is. Wonderful article that came out of Atlanta Black Star. It talked about there were different options of therapy, mainly dealing with depression, but it talked about self-care for black people, one-on-one, options outside the church for therapy. Because one thing Byron talked about, the mindset initially, and having a good renewed mindset. One thing that is for sure that in the black community, we have a serious crisis, man, dealing with depression. And post-traumatic syndrome, that they call it. And this mental health thing, man, crisis is huge among our people. But for so many reasons, in this community, black folks consider this a white problem, which I don't understand how you can call something as serious as a depression a white problem. So amazing. But I urge you to read that wonderful article in its entirety, because it talks about the depression, especially even in the church. A lot of people believe that you can pray your way through depression. That's not true. God gave us doctors too, man, to heal us. He didn't leave us naked out there the struggle and suffer on our own. He gave us all these wonderful tools that we can use to really fight these battles, and we gotta put these things to use, man, and not be so apt to not utilize our psychiatrists and our doctors and so forth dealing with depression. Because I had a friend of mine, her brother committed suicide last year. Matter of fact, it's coming up on a year, I believe, in April or May. And wonderful brother, educated brother, and the whole nine. We had an actor that killed himself over depression. Not so long, but two actors actually. Not in the past 3-4 years. They were on hit TV shows and ended up killing themselves. So amazing, man. I mean, this thing is serious. And a lot of times black folk, man, he'll be all right, man. Just shake it off, man. No, this thing is serious. The mental illness is not a joke. Dr. Joy DeGruy wrote a wonderful book talking about post-traumatic slave syndrome, and talked about, and there were some scientists who recently discovered that the DNA and the trauma that our ancestors suffered way back 400-some years ago, that same DNA travels to us today in 2017. Because, as Dr. Joy DeGruy states, we never got healing. Folk got healing for the Holocaust, and thank God they did. They got restitution too. But never, ever, ever have black folk ever got healing for slavery and what came after slavery, the hangings and lynchings, and now we got all the police killings and brutalities. Jeffrey Dahmer, y'all got the nerve to be screaming, hollering about that movie Get Out. Hell, Get Out been going on forever. Where you been? So this wonderful article was written for folks who are outside the church, man, and I hope, and they're not hopeless, but they feel hopeless about their situation, and don't really know how to really deal with it, this depression and whatnot. But a few tips that they talked about was meditation. I do meditation on a daily basis also, and I get, every human being gets in a funk for days, sometimes for weeks at a time. And I use meditation on at least 5 times a week to really get my mind resettled and get a self of calmness and peace. and a connection with God is where I use it. Also, people, they say a daily journal. Writing a journal every day, clarifying your thoughts and your feelings, and it reduces stress. It may even solve problems. And also, one major factor to help depression of some sort is some type of exercise. Regular exercise, it improves your mood. It triggers endorphins in your brain and helps boost energy. We know that, but also you can find group activities to partake in. All throughout major cities all over the world, there are so many group activities that are free. You can go online and join and really help yourself to improve your mindset. Picking up a new hobby, such as playing an instrument or painting. A lot of folks I've learned are into painting now. They even have classes you can take on Saturday for like $35. You can go and have a painting class, which is pretty cool, man. I mean, there's so many activities around cities, thank God, that people can go to and get out and do something. But I think the main thing is getting out, man, and enjoying life and just breathing this air. Picking up a new hobby, join a grassroots organization dedicated to uplifting the black community, combating racism, anything, man. Also, one major one I like is it unplug from social media. Isn't that something? Sometimes you got to get off Facebook, man, and Twitter, because all you're seeing is combativeness, Trump, Spicer, Sessions, some cop beating somebody, some white woman saying nigga, all this and that, all this negativity. Sometimes you gotta fast from social media. Also, go outside and get some sunlight, man. Walk around. Get a book. Get Byron's book, 5 Ways to Succeed with the Right Perspective. Get that book and get up on that tree. Vitamin D is a deficiency of depression. So get out there, sun gaze. There's so many things that you can do to really fight depression. And depression continues to carry a stigma in the black community, but the stigma is killing black people. Experts state that the majority of African Americans still look at depression as a personal weakness instead of a mental illness. In all actuality, it shouldn't be referred to as a white people's problem, because black people have been dealing with major depression, as I said, dating back to slavery. And during those times, spirituality and community were how we stayed strong. Depression was considered just another part of black existence, and that notion carried on to future generations. In the current political and social climate, living while black has become more and more difficult. A study showed that more black people are suffering from PTSD simply from watching media coverage of black men, women, boys, and girls unjustly being killed. And it is essential that our well-being as a community to address mental illness head on and provide various solutions to combat it. When we say Black Lives Matter, it should mean every aspect of black life. Prayer isn't always the answer, and there has to be an alternative when therapy isn't accessible. Ignoring an epidemic made it go away. So amazing, man. Wonderful article, though. I want to bring that to you all before I close out this show. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, man. And again, I want to thank our special guest, author, motivational speaker, Byron Longino, for coming by and talking about his wonderful book, 5 Ways to Succeed with the Right Perspective. You can get that book on Amazon, if you will. And again, this wonderful shirt that I'm wearing, Family Matters. You can get this shirt by Facebooking me. You can message me on Facebook. It's Reconciliation Restoration. You can Facebook me on Facebook with the Holy Spirit's Family Matters Facebook page, Holy Spirit Facebook page, or the BHB Ministries Facebook page. As we always saying, pardon, to love yourselves is to know yourselves, people, and to love yourselves is to get to know God and walk with God a little bit better. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Peace.